Hello, 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 hookers, crafters, and laymen alike. My name is Evelyn. I'm the creator of Evelyns.Crafts. That's my name on everything. This is the second of 4 posts compiling all 100 days of Grandy Squares. If you missed the first video, I explain why I'm deciding to post my 100 days right now on YouTube and why I didn't originally post it when I did the project over a year ago. But in summary, it's because somebody is stealing my videos off of another platform, posting them on YouTube, and giving me literally no credit. And I'm annoyed by it. Which is 1, illegal to do without permission, and 2, technically copywriting my original creations. Anyway, today's videos is squares 26 through 50 and a segment that's like a reflection / superlative of the first half of the project. Just a reminder, this was filmed in 2024, January, February, March, April time. I had my dad remove the original audio that I had put on there because of copyright laws, posting across platforms, and it distorted my voice a little bit, so I did have to do some voiceovers, which is why, again, my voice, my lips might not quite match up. Don't want to put in more effort because I wasn't ever going to post these on here, but here we are. So enjoy, but be gentle. I know, it's a little bit cringy. There are times where it's not great. We're gonna roll with it. Link to the pattern book is down below. Let me grab it and show you. All squares made are from this book, The Ultimate Granny Square Sourcebook, 100 Contemporary Motifs to Mix and Match, published by Meteor Books. Today's compilation is really kind of exciting because I get in a better rhythm of editing. I start including the time it takes me to make some of the squares. I do my first voice overlay, which I am obsessed with and love the sound of, and Later Hookers is introduced for the first time as a sign-off. In terms of followers, during these 25 days, I was consistently growing and fastly approaching 10,000 followers on TikTok. But thank you for being here. Let's hop back to day 26. Today is day 26 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Raise a hallelujah, because today is the last day of our fruit series. It will be the nectarine square. As annoying as these fruits have been, they've been super easy. For today, we are only in intermediate and more advanced level squares, so there's also no more themes, but they're about to get a lot more complicated and a lot more cool looking. The colors. I just realized that I meant to make the pit the dark color and the edible part this color. But like, I'm just gonna proceed as it is. Doesn't matter. It is day 27 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. From here on out, the granny squares are getting harder. Today's square is the mesh strainer square. Today's colors. Round 6, and it's finally stumped me. I'm supposed to work into the unworked chain space of round 4, which is the bobble stitches. But like, what? I can't figure out where the unworked stitches are. I skipped round 4. This yellow is actually round 5, so that would make sense why the pattern made 0 sense. Take 2. Now I can proceed correctly. I'm working semicircles into these chain stitches that I made. And so when you turn it over, it has this nice little, I don't know, scalloped semicircle layered effect. Can you believe we are on day 28 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book? I am most definitely going to butcher the name on this one, so I'm sorry. But this is the Barahir square. More color. Plain yarn chicken with this one. As long as you know how to back post double crochet, this square is very easy. As I'm editing this video, I want to take back that comment about it being easy. It's easy if you know how to single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, treble crochet, bobble stitch, and do back post double crochets. The only new stitch in this whole square compared to all the others is back post double crochet. Also, can we just give it up for yesterday's square? I mean, this is what we have to look forward to for the rest of our 100 squares. What do we have, like 70 left-ish? This is why I got the book, because this gorgeousness. We are on day 29 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the Gilwyn square. Is Gilwyn a type of flower? Today's colors. Today is day 30 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the Sunrose square. Today's colors. The audacity of crochet. This stitch is literally 7 words long. Back, post, treble, crochet, 4 stitches together. 7 words long. Thank goodness we have abbreviations. Otherwise, reading patterns in word form would just be nuts. But then you have to memorize the abbreviations to understand the pattern. So I get why crochet is so hard when you're first trying to read a pattern, because it's complete gibberish unless you've memorized the language, unless you've memorized all of the abbreviation names. It's so confusing. So hang in there. You just have to keep reading and memorize these stitches, and then after reading it the 7th time, it finally starts to make sense in your head. It is day 31 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the berries square. Colors. It is day 32 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the April square. Colors. It is day 33 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the Carnation's Garden square. Today's colors. Today is day 35 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the Marine square. The colors?
Note to self, don't do tight stitches. Makes it harder on yourself. It is day 36 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the 3D 8 petal square. My colors. I just caught the mistake. These are supposed to extend. I forgot to do the last one. I think I'm just gonna keep going. Visually, you almost can't tell unless I point it out. It's fine. It's fine. We're on day 37 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the mosaic square. Today's colors. It's day 38 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Shout out to my mother-in-law, because today's granny square is the amber square. Today's colors. Look what my husband did. He likes to fidget with things and was just fidgeting with my hook because it was sitting right there, and then it is day 39 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Road trip edition. Today's granny square is the spike square. Colors. This is day 40 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. This is version 2. If you saw the first version, no you didn't. I'm going to be using new colors. I will be remaking the swirl square. My colors. Today is day 41 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the cluster flower square. Today's colors. Stretch break. If you're a crafter, remember to stretch and rest your hands. Today is day 42 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the daisy wheel square. You'll notice I'm in a new location. I'm on spring break this week, so I am visiting my in-laws. Today's colors. I am limited on colors for the next week to what I packed in this duffel bag. And I started with the wrong color. Today is day 43 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the Levantine square. Today's colors. Today is day 43 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's square is the fairy wheel square. The colors. It is day 45 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Ski Resort Edition. That's my husband on the right. Today's granny square is the 4 square. The colors. I can't believe this challenge is almost half over. Thank you to everyone, no matter where you started this journey with me. Here's my problem with this granny square. It's not a granny square. A granny square starts in the middle and works its way out in rounds. And these are 4 separate motifs that we connect. It makes a square, but in the technical definition of a granny square, it is not one. The braided connection is looking pretty cool, but it's kind of a beast to make. I don't know how this turned out because the directions made 0 sense and I just kind of wung it. It is day 46 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the X marks the spot square. Today's colors. Hopefully you can still see the X with the color changes in this yarn. Book update. Shark Heart, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Rip my heart apart, put it back together again. So good. Second book update. Catch 22. Felt like I was simultaneously having a fever dream and watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Utterly hilarious and stupid at the same time, but also rich commentary on war. This is surprisingly looking floral right now. I don't know if I'm just getting better, but this square felt really easy. In English terminology, if you know single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, treble crochet, I think this one's really easy to follow. Day 47 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the Lauren Rose square. Today's colors. If we haven't met, I'm Evelyn, and I just want to say hi to all my new followers as we go on this crochet journey. There's an optional decorative stitch around the petals, but I'm lazy today. So far I've messed up counting 2 out of the 4 rows, so let's see if I can pay better attention to the rest. This is real time what it looks like as I'm working through the pattern. All these granny squares have inspired me. I have some design ideas in my head that I'm going to try out. I'll post them here so you can see. Remember to keep on hooking. Later, hookers! Day 48 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's square is the Antiquity square. My colors. I'm having beef with this square already. First, it says that it's bigger than other 112 stitch squares, so use a smaller hook size. So I guess we're gonna wing that. I'm gonna go down a half a hook size. My second beef with the square is that you're supposed to invisible join at the end of every round, regardless of if you're color changing. I'm too lazy for that, so I just slip stitched at the end of every round, and I think it looks fine. Surface crochet. Keep on hooking. Later, hookers! Today is day 49 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the Sun Lover square. My colors. Tomorrow we will be officially halfway done with this challenge, which is so crazy! I'm curious when you joined me in this journey. Has anybody been following since day 1? What day did you discover me? So many of you have or have bought the book. Is anybody making all 100 squares with me, or are you just picking and choosing the ones that are the coolest? If you have made any squares and post them, please tag me. I'd love to see your creations and see the color combinations that you chose. Unless I'm crazy, I think round 6 written directions are wrong. So we're working in these loops that we made a few rounds ago.
So you do the trebles, and then you chain 4, and that chain 4 is supposed to be in the same chain space. Then you do a new slip stitch into the next chain space. But the written directions don't say that. They just say chain 4 in the same chain space. And then you slip stitch into the next one and repeat it again.
Discrepancy. I think there's a discrepancy between the written directions and the chart, and I'm gonna go with the chart. Slip stitch that chain 4 into that same chain space and then slip stitch into the new chain space. I hope that makes sense if you make this square. I like this square, it's just so heavy in the middle. You can see how thick it is. Remember to keep on hooking. Later! Today is day 50. Today's square is the romance square. My husband picked the colors. Exciting announcement for day 50. With the possibility of TikTok getting banned soon, I've decided I'm going to start a YouTube channel so people can still follow on my craft journey with me. So keep your eyes peeled. Hopefully in the next week or two, I will have my first video out, a tutorial on how I do my magic rings and how I keep them tight. I'll let you know when I get that posted on here. Thanks for tagging along on this journey so far. And remember, keep hooking. Here are the first 50 granny squares. Let's talk about them.
This one will probably be my favorite all the way until the end. I have a delusional dream about making this one like 3 feet in diameter and having a giant flower rug. This one is my least favorite. I have beef with this one because it's not a granny square. Granny squares start in the center and work around in rounds, and this one was 4 different motifs connected together. The animal week was tough for me to get through. Mainly because I knew that such beautiful squares were coming up, and I had no interest in making animals. In no particular order, these are just honorable mentions that I really like the look of. I'd like to see this one in brighter colors. This is the only one that I know of that you can actually see a mistake. I forgot to make the final front post double crochet or something connecting this one. I like this one, but the longer I stare at it, the tinier and tinier the flower part looks compared to the rest of the square. This one I think was the hardest one I had to make because it was the first time that I'd ever done a spike stitch, and as you can see, I spike stitched too tight, so it's kind of bringing the center of the sides down. So I need to block it a little better. These two had more potential if I would have just chosen better colors. Can't wait to see how the next 50 turn out. The mesh strainer square from day 27 by designer Madeline is still by far my favorite square I've made. In fact, I've even made a few into tapestries and sold a few. Those ones are still available on Etsy if they match the decor of your house and you want something handmade. Okay, so the day 49 square I said I want to turn into a giant square. I'm just trying to figure out how to turn it into a square now. I have some ideas, I just need to try. Honestly, if you can see all of these stitch markers, I'm trying to calculate the math to figure out how to turn it into a square. My stitches are not dividing evenly, so it's kind of taking more thinking than I wanted it to take. When it's laying on the floor, it has these nice ruffles. Maybe I'll put a picture up here. It's definitely too bulky to be a rug. I don't know if there's a way I could mount it, make it a wall hanging, but I'm excited to finish it and see how it turns out. My yarn is getting fiber all over the air. Sometimes in my head, I tend to see things and think that'd be a great idea, but then in execution, it's not quite there. Anyway, thank you again for being here. If you come across that fake account, please report it. The next batch of squares will be posted soon. Later, hookers!